Hello everyone, this is ToadinWonderland, and welcome back to more of Pokemon Stadium 2. Last time I completed the Great Ball difficulty of the Challenge Cup. Now it's time to up the ante and go for the Ultra Ball level. Number one thing you'll notice is the trainers for this difficulty level. We have, I guess he's called the Camper. Yeah, it's the same trainers from the Pokeball level. And what kind of team do I have this time? Ooh! That's different. So as you can see, we mainly have Pokemon that are either in their basic form, such as Sneasel and Shuckle. Oh, why'd I have to get Shuckle? Oh hey, they did give it an Earthquake though. Won't matter too much though, because as you can see its defenses are absurdly high. But its attack and everything else is pretty poor. And it will more than likely always go last. But anyway, I was saying, it's the same trainers that you face from the Pokeball level that you face again in the Ultra Ball level of the Challenge Cup. And speaking of which, let's take a look at what moves our Pokemon have. Golbat has Wing Attack. Couldn't they have given it like Sludge Bomb? It does have Hyper Beam now. Hypno has Psychic, that's good. That will definitely be good for us. As well as Thunder Punch. Magneton has Rollout and Thunder. Dugtrio has Dig. Why do they give Shuckle Earthquake and then Dugtrio only gets Dig? Boo. And Sneasel has Thief and Blizzard. The problem with Sneasel is it has pretty high attack but low special attack. Now when 4th generation comes around, that can be used to your advantage, because Sneasel will be a beast at that point. But in 2nd gen, Sneasel kind of sucks, because by default, Ice and Dark moves are considered special, instead of actually categorizing the move itself. They categorize the type. But anyway, let's see what our opponent has here. Some Fire Pokemon and Ground types. Most of them look like have a weakness to ground moves. As odd as it sounds, I'm leading with Shuckle, or no, Dugtrio. Oh, and I also forgot to mention, all Pokemon are at level 60 for the Ultra Ball, so we do up the ante with the levels as well. Okay, yeah, I'll just start with Dugtrio, since it's really speedy. I'll have Shuckle for backup, though, and we have... Well, let me see here. Don't use Golbat. Hypno, I don't think is going to help too much for this particular battle. Magneton, also not a good choice. I better go with Sneasel. Too bad we don't have a grass Pokemon. It could easily take out Quagsire in a heartbeat. No worries though. I'm sure we'll be fine. It's just the first battle. And he leads with Marowak. Sneasel would have been a better choice here. About Toxic. Maybe we can poison it quick. And Dugtrio is really speedy, so of course we go first. Unless his opponent has a Quick Claw. And I'm so glad I did not use Dig for my first turn, because that would have killed me right there. Or fainted, if you want to be authentic with the Pokemon language. I wish you could see their stats. That would be very nice to know. I don't remember what Sneasel's defense is like. Better than its special attack, I knew that much. I should have just led with Sneasel if I knew this was going to happen. At least it's getting whittled by poison. Alright, Blizzard. And please hit it. Thank you! Thank you very much. Oh, it just hung in. Well, as I said, Sneasel has pretty poor special attack, so that's expected. At least its Toxic took it out. That was a suggestive feigning pose, if you ask me. That was weird. No lie, that was weird. Okay, and we have a bad type matchup already. Let's switch to Shuckle, because why not? Well, Shuckle has better defense capabilities, and I think I might be able to take out Quilava with some good luck here. It does use Flamethrower. And you burned me, as if my attack stat wasn't bad enough. Oh, that's it. You asked for it. I'm gonna use Rollout. Well, before I do that, though, I should use Defense Curl. Man, it's not gonna matter what I do at this point, because I think all of my Pokemon... Well, Dugtrio's not weak to Rock, but the other two are gonna do pretty poorly against it. Oh, please, come on. My rollout's gonna suck. Because not only is my attack stat low, but I'm burned. Boo. I like how it just went to the prompt screen even though we were both locked in the rollout. And why would it know that move? I mean, I know it can learn it, but still, why? And Burn took me out. That was a discouraging loss right off the bat. Dugtrio, it's your turn. One dig should take it out. And notice I emphasize the word should, because it's hard to say what will happen. Yeah, I have no grass or water Pokemon on my team. I don't know how that's gonna do here. I'm gonna have to see how this goes. And I also don't have any fire Pokemon either. So yeah, I'm completely absent of the first three types you can begin the games with. And it's Ponyta. I'm not going to waste any time, I'm just going to use Dig against it. I like how Dugtrio's dig animation's different than the others Pokemon. All the other Pokemon actually like have this big hole that they burrow into the ground. And Dugtrio just kind of like pops down underneath because it's already a mole Pokemon. So I kind of like how the animation's set up for that. And, wow, how did you hang in like that? At least I hung in. I am not taking any chances. I'm using Dig again. I could have used Slash, but I don't want it to just hang in by whatever stroke of miracle could possibly happen. I'd rather use something that I know will take it out. Can't believe I hung in, because it was hit by a big, powerful Fire Blast. I would have thought that'd taken me out. But nope, the shoe's on the other foot, because Ponyta has fainted. Ow. I think that's what he said the first time as well. It would have been better if I led with Sneasel, because he started with Marowak, but... or Marowak, however you say it. Marowak, Marowak. I'm not going to get into that debate. Let's just admire our first badge, the Zephyr badge. And continuing, even though we did not get a perfect for the first battle. Hopefully it's not a bad sign of what's yet to come. But, Team Rocket characters usually use poison types. Usually. And, just like I said, this guy does have poison Pokemon, so... it's pretty clear that I'll be leading with the Psychic type Hypno. It has Thunder Punch, but, Psychic will be better against most of them, I think. It does have Attract. Okay, let me look here. It has very high special defense, and special attack's decent too. See, I'll be leading with Hypno. Sneasel would be a good backup because it's got the Blizzard and what other move did it have? Thief? Okay. Blizzard's gonna be better in its instance. And let's see, we have Shuckle and Dugtrio. I'm only gonna pick Shuckle because it has rollout, and if it would happen to use Golbat and I get stuck down to that point, at least I can use a rock move against it. Hopefully I could just take them all out with Hypno. That'd be fantastic, actually. So go ahead and starting the battle. And their first Pokemon is Weezing. Okay. That's not going to be a problem. I wish I could remember. I think Weezing has high defense, not special defense. Yeah, it has to be because I took it out in one hit. I'm pretty sure that Coughing and Wheezing, though, have higher defense than most other poison Pokemon. So it's not recommended that you use a ground-type move against them. And then if you're in 3rd Gen, it's not going to matter because ground moves can't hit them since they have the ability to Levitate. And let's use Attract. Because I don't know that Psychic can take this Quagsire out in one hit. We shall find out, though. Quagsire is attracted to Hypno, and it still hits me with Toxic. Oh, but it missed. Huh, lucky me. Huh, I like how the one move I have is Pound. Like, seriously? Is that the best you could give Hypno? If anything, if you were going to give it a normal move, a normal move, give it Headbutt or something like that, or even Strength. I'd rather just stick with the special moves, though. Yeah, I thought Psychic would take some time, so I'm glad I used Attract. And it still managed to break through the attraction there. And I am now badly poisoned. Feel it. Suffer, suffer. But I had a Poison Cure Berry. I did not know that. How handy. Boy, stuff's just working out in my favor. That's great, though. Hypno hasn't even taken any damage yet. I love it. Ow! What the F? Yeah, I've made an addendum to his statement there. And what is his last Pokemon? Vileplume. Psychic will definitely take it out in a heartbeat. Or, well, maybe not. I think Vileplume does have good special defense. Yeah, it does, because it's still hung in a bit. It's going to try to use Toxic against me. And it missed, just like the first time. Wow, that is definitely lucky right there. I'm going to end this battle without even taking a single hit or any damage. So, my prediction was correct. This is awesome. All 3 of them down. And I didn't even take a single blow. And I like how it's just still swinging its little coin for hypnotism. And if you couldn't figure it out, that's why it's called Hypno, because it's basically a hypnotist Pokemon. I shouldn't have to explain that, though. What? This is bad news. For you it is, yeah. For us, nope, because we got our Hive badge and a perfect, so we got an extra continue. I don't know why I couldn't think of what to say there. Alrighty, moving on to Battle 3. And this is the Picnicker. It feels wonderful to battle Pokemon outside. It does, doesn't it? And just about all of them have a weakness to electric. I do have Magneton. So I will go ahead and lead with it. And Hypno did have Thunder Punch, as well as Psychic. Psychic would be good against Haunter. And I am not going to use a Ground-type Pokemon. I mean, it's tempting because of Haunter, but 5 of those Pokemon can't be hit by a Ground move. So that just tells you right there, don't do that. But who should I use for my 3rd Pokemon? Sneasel will be good, because it has Blizzard, which is good against flying types. So yeah, I think that's a good lineup, what we got there. Those 3 will do very nicely. Everyone's kind of getting in the spotlight here, which is good. It's nice I'm actually showing all of these Pokemon that are on my team. As before, though, it's Challenge Cup, so it's going to be completely randomized. And she leads with Murkrow. I will go ahead and use Thunder. Pursuit. Like I was going to switch Pokemon. Oh, but it still did double damage anyway, because of critical hit. Yeah, Pursuit's one of those, like, moves where you get the benefit by chance, basically. Because what Pursuit does is it normally does base damage of 40, and by the way, Murkrow fainted. But it'll do double damage if the target how do I explain this? Okay, let's say you're using Pursuit against your opponent. If your opponent switches Pokemon on the same turn, Pursuit will still hit it before it actually switches, and it will do double damage. I hope that made sense, but that's how that move works. And it uses Swift. Why would you... That's not going to do much to me. Why would you use that move? Of course, Magneton is a beast for these particular Pokemon, and even though I missed, I'm not too worried about that. I mean, I'd rather it would hit, but... Well, we got the defensive capabilities to take the hits. And I guess while I'm waiting here, I guess I could bring up another subject to talk about. Yeah, Thunder. That's not the subject. And Pidgeot fainted. Or Pidgeot, however you like to say it. I always thought it was Pidgeot, but I guess people say it's Pidgeot as well. But whatever. Again, that's another one of those pronunciation arguments. And Mantine. I see why she saved it for last, because it has a quadruple weakness to electric types. It's both water and flying, just like Gyarados. To make up for it, they did give Mantine high special defense, but it's not going to matter because with a quadruple weakness, you're pretty much guaranteed to knock it out. And Mantine fainted. I do like Mantine. I don't like the fact that it's weak to electric, but I do like Mantine. I guess Mantine is the gold version exclusive Pokemon, and then Delabird's the silver exclusive. Although Delibird I know appears on Crystal as well. I can't remember if Mantine's on Crystal or not as well, but I remember like when it was just gold and silver, you had one or the other. And between those two, Mantine is way better than Delibird as far as stats go. So I thought that was a jip, what they did with the Delibird. In the next generation, they ought to make a evolution for Delibird so that it has better stats. That's just my opinion, though.